Hi everybody, it's Alexa from Pages of Forbidden Love. I decided to do my first ever vlog. My laptop is a little bit older, so it doesn't have a web camera on it, but my dad got a new laptop somewhat recently, and it does have a web camera. So right now I'm kind of playing around with the settings and trying to figure out how this works, and it's not that great of a quality right now, but hopefully I might be able to get my own web camera soon and do this a little bit better. But let's just get started with what I got this week. I went to Borders because I had a huge coupon for 50% off, so I decided to just go down there and see what they had. I was wandering the teen shelves, as I often do, and they had Elixir there. I was kind of wondering why they had it marked as 60% off. I don't know if there's something in this story that the bookstore decided that they didn't want to sell it because of an event happening. I'm not quite sure on this one, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how I like a book by a music artist. So we'll see what you got, Hillary. For the next one I got, this one is a little bit older. It's by Allie Carter, who does a different series, which is about a girl who's a spy, I believe. I haven't actually read that one, so don't know much about it. But this is High Society, and it's a hardcover, and it was for only $6, so we'll see how I like this one. The last book that I got from Borders was a paperback copy of The Maze Runner. Many people have read this, and they really loved it. I'm kind of thinking it might be comparable to the Hunger Games series, which I really loved. So we're going to have to see what this one has. The Scorched Trials is going to be the sequel. I don't know if you can see that small picture. You probably know what I'm talking about anyways. I recently won the second book in a contest, so when I get that in, I would have liked to already have read the first one. So we'll see how it goes. I finally have been blogging for a couple months, so I decided to sign up for some different ARC tours. I signed up for different area code book tours, which you might have seen a post by me a couple weeks ago because I donated my Arc of Vixen. So you can head over there. I have the button on my blog and see what they have. But from them this week, I got Intertwine. Just had to show that. It's a beautiful cover. I didn't really know what this one was about when I signed up for it. It is supposedly about a girl who lives in a palace and she has to go out into the forest. I'm not quite sure what she does out in the forest, but it kind of sounds like there's a guy who controls her and a couple other girls out in the forest, so it's actually a rather large book. I wasn't really expecting it to be this big, and I think it's almost 500 pages. So I'm going to have to read this one this week because I need to send it on to the next person, so we'll see how I like it. I also got a copy of Rosebush. You can kind of see the smaller version of the cover on this one. This one actually already came out. I believe it came out December 7th. If not, it came out on the 14th. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to provide a link below so that you can see it. This one is pretty interesting. It's about a girl who finds herself almost dead in a rosebush, and she has to kind of go back and figure out what happened because she's forgotten the whole night of the party that she was at with all of her high school popular friends. There's a lot of jumping around between the past and present, so far I kind of have mixed feelings about this, but we'll see by the end of the book what I think, and you'll be able to see my review soon. I don't really read a lot of used books because I'm kind of a germ freak, so I'd really rather like them to be new books, but for some of the older romances that I read, or even some newer ones that are in great condition, I always try and find ones that don't have those cracks on the spines. So I did pick up a couple today. The first one is The Hawk. And this one is a historical romance. Like all great historical romances, it's about Highlanders. This is actually the second one in the series, but the first book that they had there, it was really, the spine was ruined, and I wouldn't really want that, so I'll have to buy a new copy of this one, of the first book up to it. And I also picked up another historical romance. This one is Surrender, and I believe this one is a bit older, so I'm not quite sure. And These ones are actually going to be great because I am involved in a 2011 reading challenge for historical romance, posted by the Romantic Book Junkies blog, which I'll provide a link, and there's also a button on my sidebar. So if you are into reading historical romance like I am, just go click on the link and see what she's got going on. That's all for me this week. I won some contests, but they're not currently here yet, so we'll see with the slow rush of the Christmas mail when they get here, and I can't wait to read them. I hope you guys have a good week, and just tell me what you got in your mailbox.